What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today is March 9, 2026. J'ai caméra ça là, tout a bougé. And we're gonna see if we can find some opportunity today in the market. So let me know in the chat if you can see me, if you can hear me clearly before we start the stream. Let me know. All right. So we talked about during the breakdown, we talked about what I want to do this morning. Okay. What I want to do this morning. So basically, there is a little bit of contradiction right now. Why? Because some people might consider this as a manipulation. Okay. Some people might say, you know what, but we manipulate the low of November the 21st. Okay, so that's a manipulation. And I want to see price moving to the upside. Okay. Some people might say that. Some people might say, well, bro, that's a manipulation and the market react. I just want to see price moving to the upside. And if somebody said that, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that. Okay, because well, it's gonna be right. But the thing is, the market stopped too close to the low of September the 5th. Like, yeah, the market stopped too close to it, and I can't consider this as manipulation because of that. Okay, I can consider that as manipulation because of that. I see this as a target right now. I see this as a target, and my objective is to find an entry to go lower, which means to attack the current low of day right now, which the low of September 5, 2026, 2025. I don't know if you get that. Okay. I don't know if you get that, but I can't consider this as manipulation because we stopped too close to the we stopped too close to the to this low, and I see price moving to the downside. That was the idea. So now we are having another divergence. Okay, we are having a divergence between NQ and ES because NQ did take the high of ES. NQ did take the high of Asia. Okay, and ES did not, as you can see right now. Okay, so that's NQ, that's ES, and we can see that. So we already had a manipulation. Now the market came back and created another manipulation plus another divergence because we had a divergence already. And then now I'm just gonna pay attention to see if we can, let's say, break below this candle to create a mitigation in M15 to go lower. Okay, because I'm more bearish this morning than bullish. Okay. Just waiting to give me the confirmation that the high has been set, and then boom, we'll go lower after that. That's a nice confirmation right now. That's a nice reaction. That's a nice reaction. That's a nice reaction, and we can see after the manipulation, the market just dropped down. So now I have different information than what I had during the breakdowns. So I will basically put this line right there. Okay, this is not an IC yet, but in 2 minutes, if we can close below it, that's gonna be an IC. Okay, and we will probably return to it during the at 10 if you want to wait for 10, or if you want just take an entry at 9:45, the first 15 minutes. And we're also gonna have that as potential mitigation. This candle right there. That's basically what I see. So now you don't want to see price create a reaction right there. And YM, I did not analyze YM. I put YM here just for the divergence and stuff, but I don't really care about YM right now. So in 22 seconds, that's gonna be the confirmation of the confirmation that I was waiting for, basically. That's a lot on ES. That's 50 something points. Yeah, ES give us this confirmation right there, but NQ still stay here. I would like to see NQ do the same thing while ES is moving back to the IC or to this mitigation and to keep dropping lower. Well, we don't have the mitigation yet, but yeah. And I want to see price drop and go to this low. So the best idea will be like to see price make a little bit of retracement. But if somebody can short that if you want to, if it's in your plane, okay. If it's in your plane and can do that, all right. But you have to pay attention to NQ because NQ is the one that create the manipulation. You want to see NQ drop below this green light I put, okay. You're gonna see price drop below this line and break it and close below it. Okay, so 10, it's gonna be right there, right there. YM basically, YM is following ES right now. As you can see, like, well, we don't have the break yet, but we can see that it's following. So on M5, the market came back to this imbalance right there. So now if NQ, if at 10 we're gonna have a retracement, I don't want to see price. Well, if we have the confirmation of this mitigation, I don't want to see price coming above the mitigation. Okay, I want to see price stay in this area at 10 and then drop lower. If we're going lower, that's what I will probably wait to see if we're going lower. What you don't want to see price come above this candle, for example. Okay, you don't want to see price come here and let's say close above it. That's not gonna be a good idea. Let's wait. 10. We're there. Tell if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Because we also have the pre-market low right there. That's the pre-market low. So now, why we want to go lower? The current low of the day is a target. Well, like I said, people might consider it as manipulation, but we stopped too close to the low of September 5. So basically, that's a target. Well, we had a reaction, but that's a target in my opinion. All right. And then the three evidence we want to see price create to consider as the high of day has been said, we have them right there. Okay, well, the market has created this manipulation first, and we had another manipulation that created divergence, and we already had a manipulation at first between the end in the Asian high, and then we had another one right there. So yes, ES is creating target. I mean, why I'm creating targets, but we're probably gonna leave these targets for future reference. We're probably gonna leave these targets for future reference. And yeah, my only problem right now is ES doesn't want to break this green light I just put to give me the confirmation of the IC. All right, I think we're gonna have it. You can use different type of entries. You can basically, if you want to trade ES, that can be an entry. You can wait for 10, okay, for the hourly open. And Nasdaq, same thing. You can like wait for this candle to be closed. If we close below it, you can just short, or you can wait for price to return to the IC or to a concept to go lower. Wait for 10. It depends on you. All right. I put this at 4 in the morning. That was, well, 3 in the morning is there. So that's the open of London, basically. Yeah. I don't have coffee today. I have some electrolyte. I forgot to buy coffee during the weekend, man. I thought I had some, but yesterday I realized I didn't have. And even though I went to the supermarket and I still forgot. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna have the close of 1 hour in 7 minutes. The close of 1 hour. The close of 4 hour. The close of 15 minutes. Just trying to wait, man. I would like to see NQ break and close below this line in this candle, because if we spend too much time here without giving the confirmation, because in my opinion, that's basically what gonna tell us the confirmation has been done in 15 minutes. Yeah, in M5, you might already have some imbalance and stuff. We had this imbalance. We came back to it at 9:40, 9:45, I guess. Yeah, 9:45. People can say what we had inversion, we had imbalance, we had like IC on M5. All right, all of these can be like opportunity. All right, M15, the real confirmation for me will be when the best thing that could happen is to see price break below this line and to keep dropping lower and go take the current low of day. And I don't talk about YM. YM has created some targets right there. Because we had a divergence, which makes sense. But basically, I see YM leave these targets for future reference. I don't really analyze YM. I have nothing on YM. I just analyze in Q and ES, and I'm like, all right, I think that's gonna be enough for today. Yeah, still hold it. Still stay on NQ and ES, basically. You don't want to see that on NQ, bro. We still got 4 minutes to go, but you don't want to see that on NQ. You don't want to see rejection right there, because rejection in this area might be another manipulation, and we're gonna be in between two manipulations, and I'm not gonna like it. We already know like the low environment. It's when we are in between two manipulations. I'm not gonna like it. All right. Let's see, bro. In M5. That looks good for an entry in M5, basically on ES. But now we come back to this potential mitigation. In M5, I will consider, this series of candle as mitigation. But I don't talk too much about mitigation, guys. It's because I don't want you to be confused sometimes. That's why I only talk about imbalances in the IC candle. All right. So basically, we have these two up candles before the manipulation on NQ. Okay, that create that divergence. These two up candles, the fact that they can break them and close below them, it's a confirmation that we probably having the manipulation to go lower. Okay, but after this confirmation, you don't want to see price create a reaction like that. And like I was saying, you want to see NQ doing the same thing. You want to see NQ drop below, and especially in this candle. Okay, I would like to see NQ do it in this candle. All right. After that, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care. I follow my process. I follow the idea I had. It remains the same. All right. Yes, we had a nice reaction right there on the low of the 21st. That's why when I started the stream, I said, well, people might consider this as manipulation, and they might be right. But based on my view, I don't see this as manipulation since we stopped too close to the low of September. We stopped very close to a certain low on ES and NQ at the same time, and I consider that as a target. Like I said, I might be wrong. It's a choice you made. Life is about making choices, right? You know you might be wrong, but that's your choice. That's what I like with trading. You know, the accountability. It requires, okay? You gotta be accountable. Like, you take a decision, you take it, and no matter what happened, you don't care, bro. You support your decision. You hold it until the market telling you, you were wrong. The market will basically tell me that I'm wrong if we move to the upside. Well, if we break this candle, for example, that's gonna be a first sign. But I will be completely wrong if we break this high. Okay, because remember, right now I consider this as the current high of the day, and based on our evidence, based on our concepts, this high has been set. You know, so if we move to the upside and we break it, well, I was wrong. There's nothing I can do about it. But as of right now, I gotta use what I have on my screen right now, what my vision says right now. All right, it's 10. Let's see what we're gonna have. Well, NQ still not giving us the confirmation we wanted. Close on H1, rejection both ways on NQ. ES looks nice, I like it. YM looks nice, basically I like it too. And close on H4, not too nice than that. It's not very nice. It's not very nice, but it's still nice though. Okay, so this is the new hourly opening right now. Okay, so basically we have the hourly open right now at 10. Well, we still don't have this IC. Let me just delete that so I don't bring confusion to the beginners. That's not an IC yet. I expect it to be an IC, but it's not an IC yet. So now what I would like to see, I would like to see a YM like moving to the upside and stay in this area. Okay, at least react from the mitigation, react from the IC to drop lower, and the hourly open telling us that the high of the hour has been set. Okay, and same thing on NQ. Okay, same thing on NQ. All right. Same thing on NQ. See if we can set the high of the hour and drop below. Why not below, close below this low? That's basically what's gonna give us the confirmation of the IC on M15 minutes. Well, we're gonna watch, guys. Oh man, we're gonna watch to see what's gonna happen. All right, the market came back to the mitigation, basically. Well, we don't have a we have a manipulation. Oh. Well, market manipulate, we market high, but the manipulation I consider is this manipulation on the London high, basically. Well, even though I'm talking about mitigation and stuff, but the manipulation happened on NQ. ES just create the divergence. Okay, create the divergence. Alright. Alright. Là, market là di rapi là. Okay. Alright, I don't like this. On NQ. Like I said, I didn't want to see price trade above this candle. Well, we never had the confirmation on NQ though, like, because the market never break and close below this candle, this line. Okay. But the idea remained the same. The idea remained the same. Let's see, bro. The coffee today. The hourly open. We move to the upside massively. That's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see, guys. We have 100 and something, 120 people, 30. Remember to subscribe. If it's your first time, well, you probably don't come the right time, because I might be wrong today. Well, it is what it is. I don't care. Well, like I said, the idea remains the same. We're just gonna have to pay attention to whether or not the market will break this high. Because if we break this high, bro, the scenario is over for me, and I will probably have to close my stream, close my screens, and everything. Okay. But that's the idea I had this morning. As long as I respect my idea, I'm cool. That's good, bro. All right, we're reacting from the IC right now. We're reacting from the mitigation. It's nice. Big drop. I like it. All right. What we wanted to see, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what's happening. So, sorry. But NQ has to follow, man. NQ has to follow. In the hourly open, you can see the market moved to the upside first, and now we are moving to the downside. If we have a nice close right there, That might be the confirmation of the high of the hour has been said, and then the market will just drop lower. Okay, I will feel better if we close below this low right there, those two candles right there. Okay, and um please can you show me the September 5 low that you're talking about? Well, but yeah, it's there. It's in the chart. If you go, you're gonna have this low right there. There it is. There it is, bro. And on ES, I think it's the same date. I might be wrong, but I remember it was the same date. They create this low at the same day. Let me check quick for you. That's the low they manipulated. That's the low that they manipulate. Wait, give me a second. Oh, ES did not manipulate that low. ES is the low of the November 21st. Okay. September 5, it's basically on NQ. Yeah, September 5 is a little bit below on ES. It's that low right there. It's that low. No, not this one. All right, this one right there. There it is. That was September. Yep, that was September. All right. Close of M5. 15 seconds. That looks good, in my opinion. That can be an entry for some people. All right. Okay. Well, we have this IC. Let's just wait now. Just wait now and see if NQ can follow, bro. NQ doesn't want to drop. NQ is the asset that created the manipulation, but they didn't want to drop. It doesn't want to drop. And basically, faut faire avec. Faut faire avec. From the IC, from this IC, well, if you enter inside of this IC, you're probably gonna have to put your stop right there. To the target, that's a 1 2 3. And if you're waiting for this close, well, if you waited for this close and you consider the hourly open to take an entry and put your stop at this high, because you consider that that might be the hourly high, so that's gonna be literally a 1 to 2.8. I thought it was 3, but that's fine. I like NQ now. Great, brother. Mettez my break even cause NQ. I don't think that's a good way to go. I don't think it's a good time right now to go break even. Now you're just afraid. You just got fear right now. It's not. Yes, NQ is late, but that's not a reason to go break even, in my opinion. You just you don't have any expansion yet, unless you probably took an entry right there and you had that first expansion. Well, if you enter right there, or I don't know, right there or right there, you can't go break even right now. No? You take a decision, and then you have to back it up. Okay, going break even right now, in my opinion, it's out of fear. It's fear. Like you don't want to lose money, and you go. Even though NQ is it's choppy, NQ doesn't want to go lower right now, but it's too early to go break even. It doesn't matter if you traded YM or ES. It's too early to go break even, in my opinion. Like I said, it's in my opinion because I don't see your plan. I don't know your plan. Your plan is your plan. Okay, it's not my plan. But like I said, based on my opinion, it's a little bit too early to go break even. Okay, I would probably go break even if I would suggest you to go break even if you had an expansion. Like after your entry, you had a first expansion, and then you got a retracement, and you got a second expansion, and then now you are ready to go. Okay, you're ready to go break even. Well, but that's my point of view. Might not be the same for you. We don't have to have, we don't need to have the same opinion about the subject. Okay, trading is about freedom. You might see something and I see something differently, and we are both right. Okay, just like this morning. All right, this morning I already know that some people are gonna consider this as manipulation because the market, well, not on ES, basically on NQ, because the market reacted from the low of the November 21st. You know, people might consider this as manipulation and then move to the upside, you know. But me personally, I consider it as target because we stopped very close. We stopped too close to the low of September. It's too close. It's literally too close, and that's why I want to see price lower. That doesn't mean that if price goes lower and the person that considered this low as just the manipulation was completely wrong, because I understand the idea. I just don't support the idea, but I understand it. You know? Il y a raison, écoute, je me rappelle du $300, je suis de là à cause du price action là, contre un brisque. So yeah, you see, you are afraid of losing. Yo, tous les ça aussi NQ, ça passe là. Any decision you take out of emotions, it's basically not gonna be a great decision. Every decision should be based on the plan. Okay. So, and you probably put your stop loss in a wrong position, and now you can't risk the amount of money you wish you wanted to risk. So you gotta go break even. And I've been saying that you can't go break even because of a monetary reason. That's not good in my opinion. Okay, not because of your PNL. You should go break even based on your price action, based on your structure, or based on your concept. You know, somebody consider this as the hourly open, the hourly high, and put a stop right there. It's fine because you put it based on a concept. You know, and then we reacted from different things. We reacted from the IC. We reacted from this an imbalance. We reacted from this inversion. So we reacted from different thing right there. It's inversion right there. So basically, NQ finally break this candle, bro. NQ finally break this candle, and Well, break below it. But bro, why the break? That's not the break. That's not the best break of all time. Anyways, NQ is well, the strongest index. Can I say the strongest index? I don't know. But NQ is basically at negative 1.13, ES negative 1.30, and YM negative 1.60. So I think I can say NQ is the less weak. It's less weaker than the other two indices, probably. Yep. NQ can't be done lah. NQ can't be done. So probably reacting from it now. Bro, what is that, bro? That's the thing. What is that? Some trader gonna be like frustrated about this price action, but there is no reason to be frustrated. It's just the market doing its thing, you know. But what is that though? Ça NQ a fait la même. Qui intention NQ? NQ pas formé, NQ a fait comme la mal. Nous de NQ ont chasse carré. Nous de NQ ont chasse carré. NQ pas formé, men. NQ a ban nous là. Well, man, this is some weird things. But the idea remains the same, guys. Okay, the idea remains the same. Unless we break this high, I will have the same idea on all of the indices. Okay, we got this IC candle. We got this IC candle on M5. Well, that can be an entry. That can be an entry. Well, it's almost 10:30, guys. It's 10:20, and like I usually say, at 10:30, the market has to telling us like what. I mean, the market has to tell us how the hourly candle I look like. All right. Well, if that's a manipulation, and then 10:30 we are above the hourly open, that might be a sign that the hourly candle might be bullish. But at 10:30, if we are below there, that will be a good sign the hourly candle might be bearish. You know, so it's half of the hour. It's nothing complicated, you know. I'm not gonna complicate things, complicate names. It's just the half of the hour. The first half, you expect price to set the low or set the high and be above the hourly open, above the open if we're going higher, or below the open if we're going lower. And then after that to the second half of the hour to just create the expansion. But that's the theory, right? Because in the market, you know, things will not happen exactly the way you expect. Okay, things will not happen like the way you draw them on your notebooks and stuff. It's not gonna happen perfectly all the time. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. So it's not what I want to see. But anyways. So now the market is moving to the upside and massively, bro. And it looks like that's gonna be a manipulation in the first half of the hour, and we might close above this. Man. That's not what you want to see, bro. But the idea remains the same. Okay. The idea remains the same. The context remains the same. Gile fom ta bwen mwen ti mwen brazol pou stresa yon ki wap bay la. Yep. That's why I wanted to see price break in this candle right there, because the market takes too much time to break. Because when you have a manipulation, all right, when the market create a manipulation, you're waiting for conviction, right? And the market can't wait like for 2 business days to give us the confirmation. That's why I wanted to see this candle break, but we never break. And when we finally break it, this candle, you had a reaction, like it's like a manipulation in a lower time frame. So that's not what you want to see. Basically, that's not what you want to see. Okay, so the context will be changed, or not even changed. The context will be invalidated if we basically trade above these highs right there. Okay, if we trade above these highs, bro, well, I will just close the stream, man. Just close the stream and still see you tomorrow. There's nothing else I can do. There is nothing else I can do, bro. And there is no reason to be stressed. Okay. There is no reason to be stressed. You know your idea, you know your context, and you know when and where the market will tell you, you were wrong. Until the market telling me I'm wrong, I'm right. So until the market telling you, buddy, you were wrong. So I will consider the same thing. I'll consider the same idea, the same context, and there is no reason to be stressed. Okay. There's no reason to be stressed. But why the price action, bro? Why the price action? Why the price action? We got rejection both raise on NQ, on ES2 though, but NQ is apocalyptic, like things. Price action. This NQ up here, that's supposed to be illegal. You can't control the market. You can only control your risk management, where you're gonna put your stop and everything. You can't control the market, bro. Yeah, ça l'a fait apparaître illegal, but there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to keep your composure, you know? You have to keep your composure. All right, I'm bullish because of this, because of that. Well, I'm gonna be wrong if the market does this or does that. What's the wrong scenario? What is the worst scenario? Okay. The worst scenario is this, is that. And if the worst scenario happens, I'm gonna lose X amount of money. Am I good with that? Yes, I'm good. That's not gonna blow up my account. All right, that's fine. The worst scenario might be this or that. I will not be able to take trades. That's fine. You know, it's you just have to break it down. Okay, you just have to break it down to understand where you at and to understand exactly what you want to do. Okay. As you can see right now, I put my screen on H1, you know? I put my screen on H1. This is something I do when, if for example, I'm watching price on M5 and this is what you have to avoid, you know? Well, you were bearish there, you were bullish there, after that you were bearish, after that you were bullish. It's because you're too focused on lower time frame, you know? But if you zoom out a little bit, that's gonna be in your advantage. Okay, so basically in H1 we can see that the market create rejections both ways. Okay, and hopefully we're not gonna stay there for the entire day. Passer challenge top step là comme CPA utiliser n'a célébrer ça fait moi pas envoyer certificate là. You can still send it, bro. You can still send it to Librite's number, contact number. Okay, you can still do that. But yeah, I don't celebrate certificate in the group chat. But I still do in the Discord. Okay, I still do it because I have some beginners and everybody, so I still do it. All right, what's going on here, bro? So, you know what is funny? You know what is funny? Exactly at 10:30, the market. You see, it's 10:30 and the market still doesn't know where he wants to go. You know, because that's 10:25 to 10:30. That's 10:30 right there. Okay, and we close below the hourly open, but it's not a nice close. That's not what you want to see, but it happens. It happens, bro. Une que t'as supposé prendre prison pour violation de droits humains. No, the thing is, even if you were bullish, you were suffering. Okay. Even somebody say, all right, I was bullish, bro. Bro, you're suffering right now. Well, when I say suffering, which means like the market is just create consolidation, but you don't have to suffer. Okay. Don't be like, don't catastrophizing stuff. Okay. Non, man, I see qu'il y a ça va être sinon rien encore. way the way they close with no conviction. So anyways, what's the idea? All right. So again, je pour ça, man. Again, je pour ça. We expected price to move higher and then drop. We got it. Okay. We got it at 10. The market moved to the upside and dropped. But after that, nothing happens here. Nothing happens. But the idea remained the same. That's the question you should ask yourself when you are in this environment. You have to know exactly when you're gonna change idea, when you're gonna change your context. Because if you're paying attention to just candles, especially in the lower time frame, you're gonna be bullish. In next 5 minutes you're bearish, next 5 minutes you're bullish, next 5 minutes you're bearish. That's basically what I see on social media. Basically, that's how people losing their accounts too. They were buying, the market reversed, they are selling, the market reversed, they are buying back. That's not trading. All right, to be honest with you, that's well, there is nothing you can do about it, but that's not trading. Okay, so that's the high of London. I'm just gonna put an alert right there. Okay, I'm just gonna put an alert right there, and I already have an alert right there, I guess. Oh no, I don't have alert. Okay, and just put one here, and I'm gonna close the stream. Just gonna close the stream. I'm not gonna stay here and watching price doing all of these things, guys, for 2 straight hours. So we have 140 people here. Remember to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment, and everything. Bonjour coach, les m'a regardé screen moyen pas gen même kendo à cause sur NQ ça fait ça. I don't pas gen même kendo avec. What does that mean? Probably your price action is delayed. Even though you have a trading view plan, you have to pay CME Group for real data. Okay, you have to pay CME Group for real data, and if you don't, you're gonna have like some delayed price action for between 10 to 15 minutes. But I don't know if that was the thing you wanted to say. All right. BCME Group I don't know, guys. You're probably choosing the wrong indice, or maybe you're not adjust. It's even though it's gonna be the same thing. If you're paying CME Group, you should have the same price action as I do. And that's ES1. Well, I analyze ES1 and Q1 and YM1. So the contract will be the contract will be changed every time by itself. Okay. All right. So last Friday, my mentor says that he didn't like indices. That was probably one times in 3 or 4 years I've heard that. You're not gonna hear that very often. Today I might be the one that's gonna say I don't like the indices. Okay, today I might be the one saying, "Well, I don't like what the indices are doing today." Okay, the other day he moved from. I mean, it's not moving, just trying to find other opportunities on other assets, and he was saying that the indices were not beautiful, and that's gonna be my case today because that's not beautiful at all. I'm pretty sure we're gonna keep moving to the upside and probably do another manipulation. I don't know. But now we are moving to the upside. And of course, I'm gonna be wrong, partially wrong, because we did have the reaction, but the market just chose the opposite way. Okay. And if we can trade above this upside, this bearish candle, you see this bearish candle right there. If we break it, bro, forget about shorting, forget about selling. Well, I'm not saying you gotta buy neither, but that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. And even this M15 minutes candle that's been holding price forever now, the market just destroyed completely. No market. Moi, pas gen même quantité avant, quand on gen 4 bougies bearish suivi yo, moi gen 3. I explained to you already. You have a delay of data. Do you have a plan? Do you have a real data plan from CME? If it's the case, that's gonna be something different. Okay, if it's the case, that's gonna be something different, but we should have the same price action. Every brokers and prop firms and everything that is related to CME Group should provide the same price action. Unless you don't have a plan and you're gonna have delayed information. Alright, buy minute market long 5 minutes encore, and I'm just gonna close this stream, bro. So make sure that Salah, okay, adjust for contract changes. And what else? Make sure that you're in electronic trading hours, because if you're in regular trading hours, you're gonna have something completely different. Okay, as you can see, you're gonna have price action from 9:30 to 4 p.m. But if you have a plan, if you have a plan and you still have delayed price action, or you don't see what I have on my screen is different than yours, contact them, because I'm not working for CME Group. SL on yes, so Theta only open now. Yeah, that's I mean that's basically that's it. Yeah, if you got a stop loss right there, well, I have nothing to tell you. Okay, it's just one of the stop loss that's been part of the strategy, you know. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't complain, okay? When while playing in group chat lah. But that was the view for today. Low has been set. High has been set. Sorry. Okay. When I started the stream, I talk about this low. I talk about it, but I took the decision to consider this as the current high of day and to attack these lows because the way we close very close, we stop very close to these lows on NQ and ES is basically telling me that's a target. All right. And even if I had to redo the analysis, I will do the same thing because that's what I saw. Okay. And if you bought this, you are Gucci right now. If somebody consider this as manipulation and say, Coach, I wanted to see price just retrace to keep going higher because I consider this as potential low of day. That's why I said that when I opened the stream. That's the first thing I said when I opened the stream. People might consider this as potential low of day and I won't have any problem with them. But I just see the price stop very close to this low. I consider this as target. A lante potentiellement 7 montre ak on e-mini kontra me fait TP $1,500 et moi market là still bearish. Oh, you shorted. Well, if you're a scalper, that might be enough for you. That's the advantage of being a scalper sometimes. Yeah, and I still see the price action bearish, man, for today. Well, all right, it's 10:45, guys. That's gonna be it. That's a wrap for today. Let's see. I'm gonna put some alert. I already did, so just to see what price might do, and we're gonna study it in the next market review. Well, the market break the current high of day basically, and yep. So that will be it. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Remember to subscribe, to follow, and to share, to leave a comment. See you tomorrow 9:30 for another New York Stock Exchange session. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. People have been saying they can see the low of September, bro. Bounce album, no, guys, because many lila. That's the low of September, right there. So I don't know. I don't know why you can't see it, but I have it. All right. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
monkey.